Hello and welcome to another video. This one ties in with an update to the wiki article on NPCs and encounters, and specifically in this video we'll be looking at importing and exporting NPCs within Fantasy Grounds VTT. So let's first of all look at exporting an NPC file. If we go to our NPCs, we can see we've got the monster manual open here. If I go to the uncategorized, I've created this NPC by simply copying a goblin from the monster manual and changing a few bits and pieces of its name, its stats, etc. Now it's important to note that you can't export a monster or an NPC from an existing module. It needs to exist, or the NPC needs to exist in the campaign file. So if you do want to export in that way, then you need to make a copy of the NPC, make any amendments that you want to make, and then export it from there. So to export, we simply just right click over the NPC sheet and go to Export Record. And this will open the Windows File Manager, and you can then save the NPC wherever you like. You can change the name or whatever, and then you've got full control as to wherever you want to save this NPC, and then we just click on Save, and it tells you in chat that the NPC has been successfully exported. To import the file, then at the bottom of the NPC list, we will see here the little import icon. So if we click on that, once again, it's going to open up the file manager. We navigate to wherever the NPC is, click on it, and it tells you that it's imported it, and we now have 2 greenskins in our campaign. So that's the simplest thing, importing and exporting a file, an NPC file. So we can also import files or NPCs from other sources, such as a text source, a website, a PDF, or even D&D Beyond. In order to do that, we've got a second button down here, which is Import Text. If we click on that, then this opens up the Import NPC dialog. We can see here that we've got the left-hand panel is paste the stat block here, and in the right-hand panel, paste your descriptive text here. Fairly self-explanatory, and then we've got an import mode drop down, and if we click on that, we've got 3 options. We've got Monsters of the Multiverse, which is essentially legacy NPCs. We've got D&D Beyond, and we've got the 2024 core rules. So each of these, the D&D Beyond and core rules, there's not a lot of difference between them as far as I can tell, but obviously the Monsters of the Multiverse and the other 2 are completely different because the format changed for the NPCs. So it's important when you're importing that you know which version or which format that you want to import your NPCs from, and make the necessary selection here. To import an NPC, we've got D&D Beyond here, just a random NPC, and we're just going to select the text here and then Control C. We'll get rid of that, and then in this left-hand panel here, we're just going to Control V to paste the text in. Once it's in, you can right-click over here and go to Clean Up Text. And what that will do is it'll get rid of any unnecessary extra lines, spaces, etc. And it does a pretty fair job of cleaning up the text into the correct format, because it's very important that what you paste in there is in the correct format. Now there's no description here, but if there was a description, then you would do the same. You would just copy the text, paste it in here, and then if you wanted to, you could clean up the text. Now this is from D&D Beyond, so we're going to go to the drop down here and select D&D Beyond as our import mode, and then simply click on the import file, and you can see that the monster has come in. Now one thing to note is that it won't bring in any imagery or tokens or anything like that. So that is something that you will need to allocate once the NPC is imported. And you can see that it's done everything here. It's put everything into the right place. All the attacks and everything are there, etc., etc. So it has correctly imported the NPC in this case. So that's importing from D&D Beyond. If we have another source, let's say that we've got a PDF, then we would have the same sort of idea. This is the 2024 Monster Manual. So again, we're just going to select the text here. We're going to hit Control C, and then we're going to open up our panel and do Control V to add in the stat block, and we can here we can add in some descriptive text if we wanted to, just by doing the same sort of thing. And once again, we want to right click and just clean up the text. Right click here, clean up the text, and you'll see that it's put everything in paragraphs, etc. Sometimes it's not entirely accurate, so you maybe need to do some bits and pieces of work there just to clean that up. Once we have got that, we make sure that we've got the core rules selected and then import, and we can see that we've imported our character and it's in the correct format. Everything looks okay. If we go to our notes, we can see that it's brought things in. Now it hasn't formatted everything just specifically. We probably want this to be a heading, and we want this probably to be italicized, etc. But it has imported the text, and it also adds the whole stat block here. So if you wanted to, you could then copy this stat block from here, go to books, go to campaign, let's create a new page. Let's put in, let's put in there's a text block. So we'll paste that into the text block. We can then make that something like that. So we can use that to add in NPCs into a book if you wanted to. Okay, let's have a look at a legacy case. Again, we've got the monster manual for the legacy monster manual open. Let's just again select the text that we want. We're going to copy that. We're going to go to our importer. We're going to paste it in, right click, clean up the text. And again, that looks okay. We could put a description in here, but I won't bother extending the video for that. And then we must make sure that we have selected the Monsters of the Multiverse version and then import. It's important that you use the correct import module, because there are various changes between the legacy and 2024. I mean, the stat blocks are in a different format, and things like the damage, vulnerabilities, immunities, resistances, etc. Are in a different format, and there's also slight differences to the challenge and XP. That's it. That's been imported properly into our campaign, and we can see an NPC list has come in here and has given us the legacy record as well. Okay, so that is the easy imports, if you like, where you've got a source, a good source for your text that you're wanting to import. But there will be occasions where the text just isn't importable. It's I mean, various things can happen. So what you will want to do is you'll want to use a text editor. So if we open up Notepad here, and we're just going to copy something from, this is actually from the 2024 monster manual, so it would actually import properly. But this is what you would do if this isn't going to be working correctly. So we've got everything here, and we just need to really go through this and make sure that we have got the paragraphs correct and all that kind of thing. So we need to come down here and look at, for example, this paragraph here. We need to make that a paragraph. We've got legendary resistance. We need that. We need all of this to be in a paragraph. We just need to go through this and just make sure that the paragraphs are there. We also want to get rid of any excess spaces that there are, any excess lines, and just keep going through this and making sure that everything is paragraphed. All I'm doing here in Notepad is hitting Control and J. So this all the way down here, and all the way down here, and all the way down here as well. And we'll get rid of that space at the beginning of that line. Now when we come to legendary actions, you can see that this is different from actions in a way, but all of these things like actions, reactions, bonus actions, all that kind of thing, they need to have separate headings. So we've got actions, we've got legendary actions. Now in this one here, we actually need to put in options because all of any actions that you have needs to end up in a full stop. So this wouldn't parse, the legendary action uses would not parse properly. So we need to put in actually options will do, and then that will automatically or put the text in correctly. So things like actions, bonus actions need their own thing, reactions, layer actions, all of these need their own little section, which starts off with the heading. And then each trait or action needs to start with the title, ending in a full stop, and then we have the text, and so on all the way down the line. So you need to make sure that all of this is correctly formatted. If we look up here, all of this is necessary: the name, the size and alignment, the armor class, hit points. And for the 2024, we need the initiative in here. That's vital. Then this format here for the stat block, it needs to follow this format. Then if there are skills, then that's optional. If there are no skills, you can miss that out. We must have senses in because everything has a sense. Languages, again, is optional, but if they're there, then you put them in this format. The challenge rating goes in this format here. Not sure whether this is going to be, whether that's going to parse or not. Traits, and again, we need to have all the traits with the heading and then the text, etc., all the way down, and everything needs to be precise. And then we can select all of that, hit Control C to copy, go to our import text, paste it in there, make sure that we've got the 2024 core rules. We can put a description in here if we wanted to, and then import, and our aboleth has imported correctly as far as I can tell. Yes, it has actually just taken a challenge. It's ignored the it's ignored this other bit here where it says it's 7,200 in its layer. So I'm not, I think what you would have to do there would be to create another aboleth with that XP if you wanted it to be accurate. And all of this has come in properly. You can see the actions have come in and the legendary actions have come in here. We see we've got our options title here so that this text parses correctly, and we've got all the other bits and pieces that have come in correctly. So I think that's it for importing and exporting NPCs into Fantasy Grounds VTT. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now.